And something, at the very least, thrown through the teleport is taking the attention of Bone Cold, at least for now. The spike is over on that Shower's position. Nokia gets traded out.
Yeah, good for one. Quickly replied to by Bone Cold is Mixwell looks to crack the round open with his headhunter up in towards short side, but it hasn't really panned out for him. 30 seconds left, or under now. Mixwell's taking good damage by Bone Cold, who's just trying to crack open an opportunity to charge the way through the site. Hoodie's come in with a flank around the backside from the TP, luckily able to spin on Zeke. Hoodie does get traded out by Kiles and Bone Cold as well, finally getting that kill he's been looking for so long.
Must know that Mixwell's down to low health to just want to go in and spray.
Yeah.
Even the smoke.
He's trying to come back in. Smokes up. C-Nets come through. Tap on the defuse to make a little bit of panic go in the way of Acend, but right now is G2 getting cleaned up and Acend with the pistol win. We're going to be aware of, but are they going to be able to deal with it? Avova now has a teammate alongside him, making a lot of noise, that TP back, but the worst gun for this position really now, the shorty at that range, so switching out to the classic instead.
Spike planted.
All of this control in Hookah allows the teleport to come through as well. So 3 defenders over in this spot trying to throw that paint shell into Cubby stack. So he hasn't got a chance in hell. I wonder how much the Viper can do on this defense. Start to crunch up.
Oh yeah, Meadow not looking the right way. Zeke able to clear him out. Now this position very strong for Zeke. His teammates can hold off the offensive from Hookah. And CNED closes with 3 kills and Acend have 2 in.
Even better that he catches CNED. No heals, no operator available in the round. Nuki, despite being low health, trying to go for more.
Yeah, they're trying to pull the attention away here to set up Meadow for these close fights. And Mixwell's going to cover him off. 2 picked up. Starkzone kill is out of play. Zeke now into the clutch alone because Bone Cold's now down. And Zeke has to do everything in the 1v4. Operator's there. Paint shells out to the left side. But what can Zeke really get away with in this round? Smoke's going to be up for the time being, but it goes away. You're now trying to get the spike down. It's a bit of a problem, and tries to force the fight at heaven, but caught between a sandwich.
And it's yet to adjust again.
Good start for Mixwell. Opening pick and the operator. But he's going to send out a couple of these guiding lights. Now the Seekers follow up alongside of it, and Hoodie looks to swing the showstopper. Good for Zeke. CNED gets 1 kill. Not only that, but he gets the res back on the Bone Cold. And now we're at a 3v3 again. Missed shot, missed opportunity from Mixwell. Going to be towards the back of the side to sides. Oh, retreating into spawn is probably the play there, and charges towards Elfbow instead. But CNED currently occupies this position. So this advanced setup from CNED could really come into battle here for Acend. This could be the move that gets them the advantage kill, but you have to be aware of Nukia coming in from Hookah. They're not looking the right way. The element of surprise, it's easily a kill, but CNED, he got a collateral elsewhere. And now it's just Nukia thrust into the clutch, and Starkzo swings with a headshot. 3-3, we're tied up. So it looked like he had the collateral. Just 1 for him, though. 4-4 is only good for 1, and now trying to set up some trademarks just to try and slow them as they finally run him down. 3v3 now extended upon for Zeke as they take the advantage. Nukia pulls it back once again to the equilibrium. Oh, the plant, it looked to come through, and it does. Just the last second of over close to denying, but it has put Zeke into the 1v2. And it's the long wrap back from Nukia. He's taking his time. Look at this.
Yeah.
He's gone all the way around.
But like Avova has not moved. He's still got the judge in hand. There's guns in front of him that he can upgrade with.
And so a long time here, right?
He cannot be expecting this. Like Zeke is an intelligent player. I'm just very curious if he's going to expect this level of wraparound. And also the gun change up.
Yeah, given the low HP player, the judge for the information gathering, and Zeke is so low, he sends the paint shells in. He's not in the position to deal with the plant, and now the defuse is being stuck. Nukia's on it, over half. He comes off it, though, and that gives Zeke the chances. The time's ticking. Zeke goes into it, and Zeke will clutch it.
The right angle, right? Is it going to be Hookah? Is it going to be B long? And can he TP out? Looks like he might be able to. Oh, no, wait. He's too far out to actually reach it.
Oh, up they go, down they go as Mixwell gets the shot on the Zeke. Finally, he's out of the round. Mixwell able to TP, just moves back into position enough. Gets away with a TP away and stays alive to fight at least for a few more seconds. Nuka around the backside. Another flank from Hookah that has reaped the reward and thrusts killers into the 1v2. The showstopper stops the 1v3 from even being a possibility. 7, but you would like Acend to pose a bit more of a threat when they invest this much into the Sheriffs to get a good bit out. 1 kill from Bone Cold, but immediately answered by Avova.
Operators here in this position too. Just watching this angle more than anything. Z could have a lot to do if he could just blast back in and check this corner, but it's all in a second. Mixwell not even taking that fight. He's been so much more reserved. He knows when to get out of dodge when he needs to. Navova playing in the smoke, hoping to find something.
It's a risky position. He can't really get out of this, so he times the smokes well. He might be able to change up his position, or he wants to phase it. And actually, with those paint shells, Starkso, it's at the 3rd time he's died in Nukia's paint shells in this game so far. 3 kills picked up for Nukia. And there's just one left. It's Bone Cold. 10 seconds left. Finally a headshot. Good onto Mixwell, but Nukia closes with 4. They've had a rifle back in a while, and they've been caught with a player down. And Zeke, oh, he jumps up into the fight while he's slowed, while he's stunned, and that will cost him his life. CNED now left in the clutch. 1v4, and if there is a man to pull off a miracle round for Acend, it would be this guy. We'll see if he can do it. He's found another, rises up his teammate, and Mixwell, he's slowed back. CNED swings!
Oh
my god, that is a miracle for CNED! And suddenly it's just Meadow left in the 1v2. He's coming around the backside as we go under a minute, and this is what we talk about when we talk about the superstar power of CNED. He gets you right back into a round that just looked unwinnable. Meadow has to try and pull this back. And yes, there is a gap. There's a little doorway for Meadow to slip his way around the backside. But at Bone Cold, he's only a warning system for CNED. The real threat still in the sight, and that is CNED left. 1v1, Meadow climbs up on top. Snakebite to try and limit these positions. But do you really want to force the fight? Meadow will stop it. He will prevent CNED.
Now Acend on the defense can have a lot more control. 3 players over on this A site, 1 in lamps being Bone Cold with a brimstone. Has that classic and a mollet just to make sure, but this is a nice little lurk up. They're gonna expect this amount of players to make their way in. Bone Cold has a lot of work to do.
Well, he's gonna molly and buy some time, and Hootie, nice headshot. That's gonna be Starkso down and out. Bone Cold's turn from the lamps. His teammates step up, and alongside Bone Cold, it's Zeke who gets the double, and it's just Hootie left, and he is out of play. Defuse picked up and Acend. They find the pistol. First step of a long road back into enough shots to get the kill. And so 1 for 1 between Starkso and Nukia. But Spike continues to walk towards B, and Starkso good for 1. And a good reply into Nukia as Bone Cold hits the deck.
Going to upgrade for Keyless as well from defended spawn right in this spot. The paint shell is going to connect, and certainly with that snakebite that's there, vulnerable players. Meadow takes a lot of damage, but it's not enough. Keyless in defender spawn gets caught out. There's still Starkso there though. Yeah, Starkso's still here right now. Acend looking for the avenue back into the site. With that aggressive stance in Hootie though, that has given the kill away. And G2 can just tuck up, and now we look to Zeke. Can he find anything from Hookah? So passive here from G2. Now they start to play forward. It's Hootie with 1 more. Starkso's found 3 in this round, but the time is starting to tick, and he has to find them all. He knows he has to try and dig deep and figure out where they're playing from, how to force them out. He knows where they are, but he can't force them to fight. And the time is too far gone. Starkso has to concede. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's one that he must. And it's 9 rounds for G2 now. Aggressive utility focus. Zeke on that angle. Can't win it out. Getting traded. G2 finding that advantage early on, but traded out. Oh, Nukia. Oh, he's actually somehow dodged the barrel as well. Nukia comes away with 1. Set us up Avova. Now Nukia sends his showstopper in towards defender's spawn. CNED has to put an end to the misery. They have to try and plug the hole. G2 in the site. You've got that spike down. Avova drops back in place in Hookah. Meadow towards elbow. And right now for CNED and Keyless, they have to move in tandem together. They still have that wall available on CNED. Can use that wherever he decides. He's decided to throw it up onto the spike. And Meadow, he has the corridor. It's got over half already. Meadow has to peek. He eventually will. That's CNED down, and he can't sprite for 2. Is this finally time where Keyless is able to wake up? But oh no, the timing on the tap. Oh, Hootie. He's about to clear out this close position. Zeke at the ready, but Hoodie's quicker. And G2 now have a huge advantage, and this has got to feel rough. You know that Nukia is just diving his way around the sites. You can't do anything about it. He is inevitable. 30 kills now picked up, and now we look to CNED and Keyless. A 2 versus 5 as G2 look to take down Bind. Lineup.
Many of us thought this was impossible. Incredibly unlikely with a conservative few, but here we go. CNED and Keyless trying to keep themselves alive, and it's CNED with the double. Nukia and Hootie both down, but still 3 more G2 players stand. Viper's Pit has been sent out by Keyless. Reds to cover it off, but it's down. And CNET can use that as info, but Meadow, he's sweeping them up, and Mixwell will close 13-7. One pans out. Early on, fight's going to be coming down in towards A. Oh, it's CNET caught in the open. Good for one. Inside of the gravity wall, it will end up in 2 kills, favoring Acend. Mixwell able to get 1, so it's still the 4v3 impasse. G2 down a player.
Acend very focused on seeing if anybody could come in from short and tree. Zeke's attention is taken that way, and the Aldrin could sort of punish him. Smoke could come in a nice point, and in fact, the fact that Nuki has to get that peek in, it forces Zeke to be a bit more aggressive. He gets pinged as well.
Oh, Mixwell dashes across, pulls him into the fight, and Bone Cold will certainly serve him up on a silver platter, but Meadow in with a double kill. Nukia follows up, and now we just look to Keyless, the last remaining player for Acend. This round looks so good for Acend up until it didn't. We just see suddenly Meadow strike into action, and Keyless is starting to come in from heaven, trying to drop down. He's going to find 2 in this spot, but Meadow with a 3K confirms the pistol for G2. Oh, but he's in a real rough spot, stuck in this corner. They're going to send everything at him. The fragment coming through. Meadow luckily able to get away with 1, but Bone Cold and CNET have traded out 2 for 2. So we're at a 3v3 right now. Spike hasn't yet crossed to the A site.
Gun upgrades for Keyless. Has the Phantom already, actually. Bone Cold, he can get a lot done with the Sheriff, so he's happy to stay on it for the most part. Now it's just trying to get this pinch. A slow rotate and lurk coming in from Keyless. Again, not likely to expect it at G2, but it's just whether it comes in time.
They're ready to drop one down. Acend realize this round is actually an opportunity to get back into this early. It's doable. Recon Bolt's going to hold them back, but eventually they will call the signal to go. They're waiting on the flank. They're waiting on their teammate Keyless to get into a better position. And Mixwell is not looking the right way. It's going to be a free kill. Keyless comes around the backside, and now that should signal the rest of the forces for Acend to dive down into the site. And just like that, in tandem, they find the kills. And right to the defuse, Bone Cold all. He's just taken out. Runs down into the barrel of Starkso, and now Mixwell over the top, dies on down, goes all in with the Blade Storm that hasn't worked. In fact, Keyless doubles up and now running down Meadow. Meadow pulls it back, and now suddenly a chance for Meadow. 3 players still up. So Meadow has to worry about where each and every one of them are. CNET's position peeks into the open. Kill for Meadow. Drone's going in. He's gone to pick up the spike in this meantime. And now he's caught in a real tough spot. He knows exactly where he is. He's being spammed down from all sides as Meadow. You can't get a more difficult situation than that. Try and gather some info in towards the tree, and there comes the null command already in. Cosmic Divide. Here starts the ultimates. Hoodie is down. For the time being, at least. That Cosmic Divide might give enough pressure to stay up, but it's the play into B coming through. Doors go down. G2 start to send their numbers in towards it. Bone Cold not ready. Zeke will remove Hoodie from play, so he's not coming back. But there's still going to be the lockdown available for Meadow.
Because the Silver went down as well, Bone Cold. It means that it can go out for free. There's not much response there.
Yeah.
There is a null command from Zeke. They're going to use this for the retakes so far. They know that the Killjoy's on site. Hunter's Fury going to be used on this side as well. They even get to kill it to Starkso.
Yeah, Starkso goes down. That's massive impact out of the Hunter's Fury. Mixwell able to come in as well. Down goes Zeke. Down goes everyone. Avova closes it with the 3K. And G2 with 2 on the board. Quick trade back with 34 seconds left. They're just trying to dodge everything that's being thrown at them. They're going through the window. They're going all the way around from Heaven's side. And Starkso has no idea. They're going to be in the site, no problem.
They know he's here. He just plays in his position. He's known for it. So the aggression comes in nicely from Mixwell. It's still a 3 versus 3. Wow. They just know that Starkso's going to peek in that spot. Just these 2 players from Rafters having to make it work.
Well, Acend, how do you get back into this? Eventually, you have to go for a retake, and they're here. They're ready to fight. The 2 versus 3 isn't unwinnable. And CNET is trying to play contact. He's ready to explode. They might just wrap them in from the window here. Hoodie's about to catch the timing, and he will. He'll get up around the backside before they even see him, and now they're around the back. The defuse being stuck. He's holding over half. Bone Cold now looks towards Heaven. It's 1. But their second player there, he turns back, and Bone Cold. It's a valiant attempt, but it is not going to amount to much. 4-4.
That turret should be enough to give away. CNET's on an angle. Recon that kind of gives away his position. He's trying to get out of that.
Oh, well, it's close quarters. Nukia quick to the headshot. Meadow on the follow-up. Meadow with another one. And maybe this is the pop-off round. Meadow's come close time and time again, but he looks to pull them out of a hole.
Recon.
He puts the spike down. Recon is online for Bone Cold to try and figure out where Meadow's gone, but he has to know. He can't have gone far. He knows where the spike is, and he's now tracking Meadow down below. Spots him. He sees him. He's going to send that Recon in, and he drops down. Meadow in the right side. He's so low. The shock dart might just can't end this all.
Oh, no.
He just about dodges it. Meadow has the angle, but Bone Cold has the kill. And Acend, they do pick up the round. They've got to make do with what they can. And now comes the shock dart forward. There goes the null command. Zeke. It's down Mixwell, but G2 still committing to this, and they have to clear out the close position of Nukia, and they're not ready for him. Kalypso goes down, and now Zeke in the back of the site. Zeke has to try and find the timing. Good swing out. Could have got away with more, but now Bone Cold's turn, and he was the hero last round. Will he be the hero this time around? Nukia's head no longer attached to it. Severed off as Hoodie continues his bloodshed. Onto Meadow and Hoodie to stop Starkso from retaking this site. Problem is now for Starkso, he's given away his position by taking away that alarm bot, and now looks towards back of the boathouse, waiting for the swing out. Hoodie will do that in 4 kills. Massive round from Hoodie, pops the null command, and up time and time again, they've been very unpredictable, and that makes it difficult for this Acend side.
Ult.
Yeah, Zeke does indeed have that. Is he going to get the chance to pop it, though?
Almost.
Well, get it off. He is down. They're going to just remove him. They will. Mixwell and Nukia with the first couple of kills, and there's the Cosmic Divide up. Starks is on the other side of it. Gets caught by that 0 point. Now looks up, but still Mixwell so damn quick. That should be illegal. He's got a speeding ticket after.
All up to Meadow playing in on the site. Like close on the speedway with a classic, the right click can do a lot of damage, but it depends on if this split's going to come in from stairs. Misses the shots, but Zeke was there anyway to trade. He's playing a bit more aggro. The 5 versus 3 plant on this B site.
That turn back is incredible. Yeah,
they're still looking for the Bone Cold leg too.
Yeah, Bone Cold is coming eventually. Will Avova look this way? Bone Cold, the timing. Oh, he does get spotted. Can't really get much out of it now. He's just held back, but they still have to worry about that. Cned with a headshot. It's looking very good here for Acend. 5 players up. Avova finally brings down that clean sheet, but Zeke cleans up with a frenzy. A pistol that was much needed for Acend found at the start. That's the markup of inflation right there. That's how you gauge how the economy's doing. It's about to be £1. Oh. Right now though, G2 could start against what will be a bonus here. Hoodie, good kill. Doesn't really care about that recon bulk. He's got his teammate alongside of him, and they've cleaned it up. Acend, they had rifles in this round, and really didn't get a whole lot done with them at all. Now it's on Starkso to try and prevent the flawless. And he won't be able to do that. So Mixwell with the headshot. It's 7. Flawless.
Double the flawlesses that Acend have. Maybe even a bit more.
Well, G2 have got Hoodie aggressive. Flash gone back. Oh, CNED's about to check him. And Hoodie, good night. Sleep wall. Nukia's turn. He's turned up. It's going to be backing into CNED, who has got a great start here for Acend. That's 2 picks on G2's aggressive B main plays. And that puts more pressure here on Mixwell. He's just back in the team, and all the pressure on his shoulders to try and hold down this B side. Cned running him down. His teammates coming through. Avova's good for 1, but Cned with 4. Bone Cold will help him close. He'll snatch control of momentum for the next 2. Avova holds the close quarter. They haven't seen him. The drone hasn't checked him, and Avova has come away with 1. A little lucky there, actually. Here is Cned to not go down, and Cned's got a double kill. Starkso helps him out, and just like that, Acend back into the driver's seat.
Meadow got grabbed into the open and he still gets 1 before he's traded out. More unlucky than anything, but still doable, I think. Nukia needs to break this door, trying to see if he can wallbang anybody close. And Hoodie from up top does have that 0 point.
Oh, Hoodie wants to drop. He's going to use the 0 point. Going to use the flash combo alongside of it. Confirms 2 players position at hell. That's going to be information now for Nukia to swing alongside him. Hoodie's going to cover off his blind side, but Starkso still comes out with a pick. With that opportunity now gone, is the operator into his hands and save call, but Cned's after him. He's on the hunt, and Cned unleashes another headshot. No mercy when you're in Cned.
Because right now, G2 still does players over on B, expecting maybe a bit of a reset. Hoodie needs to be careful. That step's going to get hurt.
Oh, good kill from Hoodie. He turns and finds Bone Cold inside of the nebula, and now leaping to the site is Cned, and he still comes away with it. Avova now just trying to buy some time for that rotation to come back in from his teammates. It's certainly fast, it's certainly coming, but they won't be able to deny the plant. And so now Avova holds for the over-aggressive stance from Starkso. Eventually that peak will come around, but Starkso was not meant to win that. Starkso was meant to go down. And now CNED breaks out the window to scare them off a little bit. Cosmic Device used up, and Starkso still comes away with a headshot. Meadow thrust into the clutch. The lockdown causing problems for the side of Acend. They're forced back away, but now they've doubled up. And with a tap, CNED will confirm he's no longer on it once again. He'll get that info just playing with his food. And Starkso with the 3K gets 11 for Acend.
Just that null command to use to try and execute a way in. Going to play more centrally and scared away at least Mixwell for the time being.
Well, Mixwell, headshot onto CNED. Zeke able to come back, but Mixwell's having a great round here. Great start to the round himself. Hoodie makes sure that he gets at least one, but Bone Cold butchers him into the ground right after. And Keyless, it is risky, but he's still got his teammate up. Not for long, but able to get the kill in and acts as a distraction that allows Keyless to re-peek out. It's another headshot of Vova versus Bone Cold. Spike going down for Bone Cold. He knows Acend need this map in G2 to keep their 2-0 dream alive. It has to be a Vova. He's starting to think about where Bone Cold could be watching, where he could be playing from, and Bone Cold has only one sight. It's right on Avova. The headshot to close it, 13-9.
But Comfy on the operator, and Nuki's wasted no time to try and close that distance. Him versus Zeke, it was a bit of a one-sided affair, I think, combined. Zeke strikes first this time on split.
Wow, well, good start to the round here for Acend. They have the advantage. Not only that, but they have the numbers down here in the B side as well. One in B main. That's Bone Cold. Keep eyes on this, because this is exactly what you're going to see over and over again, is that B main control from him. Avova, he's found one. Zeke is out, traded out 1 for 1, and we're looking at the 3v4. G2 down a player, and the Spike luckily recovered as they begin their walk. They want to go to A. They want to try and get across to this A site. Or do they want to wrap around the back at Heaven? That is the call here right now. Mixwell went back up through Heaven. There's a player here on the left side. It's Starkso. He's ready for one. Look at a strike, gets a second. And now just Meadow left in a 1 versus 4.
A lot of ideas that G2 could run with. The mid-round calls are always exciting. The adaptations they have to make. Now Meadow, 20 HP to his name.
Well, as we're on board with him walking through mailroom. And he's going to meet some resistance in the form of CNED with a Marshall, who gets the info, backs away, takes a shot. No kill for him.
2 players on the low ground. Bone Cold going to be watching this cross as they make their way in. The Sage Roll is a bit of a different one, and Bone Cold's able to try and hold on there for the most part. And Avova now in the high ground. Just him and Meadow yet to play. Meadow still headed over towards B.
Oh, Meadow. Oh, he doesn't check the wide angle. Bone Cold caught the timing across wide, and that's going to result in a 3rd kill for him. He also picks up the orb. So things looking very good right now for Bone Cold and Avova. Oh, he is into the clutch. The 1v3 needed. Talking point for Lothar was this Omen diff. Well, Bone Cold bests him in the duel this time around. 4K for him and 3 rounds for...
TP out. These one-ways have been so pivotal too, just to allow him an easy entryway. You have more stall with Astra, but Omen does have that potential to pop off when needed.
This is such a cool play. I love this in G2, popping through the cage. It isn't going to work out, but, you know, the idea is that Bone Cold, ice in his veins. Flawless round for Acend. That is so clean up. Oh, it is utterly incredible. Right now, though, G2 still have a chance. Oh my god, Bone Cold wasn't looking the right way. And that's going to be a free kill for Mixwell as he now charges down into the site. CNED has taken Hoodie down, and Zeke under so much pressure. Mixwell just throws a knife right into his chest. Can't get much more than that, though. Nuki and Meadow still into 2v2. 34 seconds left. Spike will go down inside of this A site, and we have to look to Acend to try and get into the site here. Rez comes in. Bone Cold back up.
First death, I think. Been brought back, so I might have to double it. But look at this proactiveness from Meadow. He's actually pushed all the way into screens, but he just as the sheriff.
Yeah, Meadow holding. Starkso tries to peek him. And we'll hold him off for now. Nukia now thrust into the clutch. Is this going to be the impact we see out of him? Showstopper misses the kill, so that increases the difficulty of this clutch significantly. Nukia plays on the side, they run into him, the spacing's better. Starkso comes in with the headshot, and Nukia will go down. To the repeat, CNED comes out on top of Nukia. He's holding for the Heaven play. He reads it, but he can't get the kill. In fact, CNED has to try and recover with his position, but Mixwell and Hoodie together are able to take the kills here for G2, so they'll hold the advantage for now. Neural Theft popped out. Avova now heads in the middle. He looks for Bone Cold barrel, and he will see it. The Omen diff this round goes G2's way. And now Starkso and Zeke Looking like the first round they will lose here, Acend. G2 finally get themselves in a comfortable position with numbers to their advantage.
Look at the money. It's not even really worth saving. I don't think just kind of go for those fights. You still have plenty of money to work with. Keep that damage coming in for G2 because their money is so bad. Even a buy-up might not be possible if they win the round. Sage Wall is going to put Hoodie into a nice position when it comes to being able to peek out. But Saxo still making it costly. Finally, G2 get that round, but they lose 3. The opening is.
Yeah, that is rough. Gets spotted by Keyless. He has the info, but can he deal with it? Oh, Hoodie able to react in time just before CNED brings him down. So at least it's 1 for 1. Starkso towards Heaven. Alongside Zeke now tossing those paint shells down in towards Mail to try and hold them back, and now they're trying to help the side, but Nukia, he's starting to come into action. He's found himself a follow-up headshot, but CNED is having a CNED round. He's found 4 already, and he looks to take down the counterpart on the other side, the star of the show for G2 up against CNED, but CNED is the best on the server. 5 picked up. He shows why he has got it.
He's happy to give up that position. He made a lot of noise from there. And immediately, Bone Cold just rotated. 2 are playing from A tower on the defense.
Nice wall. He's been finding a good bit of impact up here. This time, just 1. Now they look to CNED. He finds himself 1. Nukia, angry about losing the 1v1 in the last round, is looking to hunt him down and throws the pinch shells towards him. He will get a little bit of revenge. CNED down and out. And now we have to look to the rest of the forces here for Acend. Theft comes in, so position known, and that allows, well, forces Nukia into the showstopper play and actually gets away with it. So a desperation play that works out for Nukia. And he's going to reposition because of that. Here comes the counterpart of the showstopper. Nukia eats that one. Meadow, position known, but he's done a lot of work, and unfortunately, a lot more work needed, and he won't be able to complete the job. Keyless closes.
Last round.
Charge forward, mix swap. Front of the pack, front of the charge forward, and Nukia. It's 2 for him. Fantastic start to crack open a hole in the defense. Make it 3 as Nukia just doesn't stop. And when he's on the race, it's almost inevitable he's going to have a good game. And for Acend, they are feeling his wrath. 4 kills as now he pops the showstopper. It's damn close. Zeke, you lucky guy to avoid that. And now they know his position. They're good teammates. They would let Nukia close this with the ace. Gonna try, he'll send his paint shells in. Zeke has to try and dodge them. He'll be down to 30. Still alive, still walking, but he is certainly the walking wounded. With a shorty, he wants to come in close. He wants to pull his prey around the side, but it's the possible flying from Nukia that could start to come in. It could get very,
Zeke
very
interesting.
Give it up. Yeah, Zeke is just sitting here. Nukia is right behind him. It's 5 for Nukia. How many aces are we seeking bullets? Mixwell gets aggressive, right into CNED. It's a good opening. CNED bests him, and now they charge forward. Acend look to be quick in this pistol. Look to be very quick indeed. They run forward. CNED creates that space, and now the wall up allows for the cross to the site safely. 3 players down, has been spotted in Acend. It is a massacre. They decorate the floor in the blood of G2. And now Meadow swings into the open. Tap is there, and Stark's out of the headshot.
Guardian over on the spot. Mixwell also having a judge playing in on this corner.
Okay. Mixwell, this is very close and personal, and maybe a little bit too close, because Zeke forces him to obey the social distancing rules. Takes him down. Starkso will res up his teammate, and now 4 players left for G2. They'll send the boombot in towards defender's spawn to do some damage. Navova is forced back, forced into the recessive position. Acend feeling good about this. They've got the site, they've got the player advantage, and they know they've got weapon superiority.
Navova can't even peek onto elbow. Just every sight line, every bit of post-plant positioning is way too good for G2 to handle. They have to save this gun. They can't even do that before CNED shuts them.
Full spread right now for Acend, Ryan. You know, you can't see it now, but it's just so close across the board, across 4 players. So
it's a team performance.
Yeah, massive team performance. And close and personal as Meadow. He's going to see the numbers now swinging their way in, but Hoodie has decided it's time to whack out the guillotine. He's taking 2 heads. Luckily, Bone Call will put an end to his massacres. And now puts it into the 4 versus 3. G2 still hold this advantage on the defense, but Bone Cold looks to thin the herd, cuts down the legs of the defense numbers, and now just one left. It's Starkso and Devova showing the Guardian will do exactly that. Guards the B site with clean
screens to try and pinch him behind.
Yeah, this is a weird split. This is going to be hard for Devova to deal with because they're going to come from two sides. He's not ready. Yeah, he's just not looking the right way. And that's really well played from Acend, just a crunch in the site. And now they know there are many players off for this retake. G2 is starting to come back in. That neural theft revealing their positions. Nowhere safe now. Nukia gets caught from Starkso. From the shadows used up, but Meadow and Mixwell into the 2 versus 4. If G2 pull off this retake, I'll eat my phone. This is not looking too likely at all. And I've got a pretty good big phone, Ryan.
Yeah, post plants. It's very, very unlikely.
At this point, Meadow's going to start coming through. Mixwell's found one. Mixwell dives down but gets removed by Zeke, and Meadow falls as well. 13-5 win. Acend will recover. If you're G2 or you take a shot at the King, you best not miss. As Acend, they do lose map 1, but they recover, and they recover well.